talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. La da 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 da. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Lord. Hey guys. How are you guys doing? It is J.LONDON. Welcome to Let's Talk About It, the podcast without the podcast. Hello. Bonjour. Puti plato. I'm learning ASL. I think that means, yeah. Is it this way, y'all? Hey, I know this is hey, so. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. I am learning ASL. To all those my deaf subscribers out there, what is good? Listen, pretty soon I'm gonna be really good with my words. So shout out to y'all. Thank you. I'm gonna get good at this. I am going to get good at learning sign. Y'all, I look a hot mess. I'm telling you, I know I do. It's okay. You have to learn to love yourself. You gotta learn to accept yourself, your flaws. You're not always gonna look perfect. It's okay. And I'm accepting that. Okay? But this was actually brought to my attention just for experiences that I went through. And, and I've learned to not accept. I've had some people say this word and I just don't like the way they say it. And, wait, what word am I talking about? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. So, this is the word that has been bothering the shit out of me. Listen.
You called me a nigger.
I called you a nigger. You're a nigger. Nasty fucking nigger.
Okay.
That is just such a beautiful, what does that word mean? Where does it come from? It's fine. Let's grab our handy dandy notebooks, y'all. Let's say whenever we're gonna use the word, let's say na 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 na, right? Like na 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 na, because I'm pretty sure there's kids watching, and I don't want you to think it's cool to be saying that word. Where does na na or na na come from? Let's talk about the Latin root word. Okay, the Latin root word is actually spelled Niger, and it doesn't have two G's in it or anything. But that Latin root word, which a lot of the Latin language, a lot of the words that we use today in common language, in common English and French, other languages, come from Latin. So shout out to the Latin language that is now dead. That is now a dead language, and like Pig Latin and all that stuff, because a lot of the words derive from that, besides the point. But that just means black, Niger, black, the color black, right? In Spanish and Portuguese, we say Negro, we use that to describe the color or somebody. So we say like el negro, donde va el negro? A lot of old songs say negro a lot. We use it as a color, to describe a little black boy. We say negrito, or esa negrita que va caminando por ahí, So it's more normal, for us, because it's in our language, it's a color, so on and so forth. But don't get me wrong, there are a lot of Latinos, Latinx community who say it in a negative way, because I've heard it, that we like. So one of my favorite articles from AAREG said that the proper reason that in the English language and within the States for calling POC the word with the two G's and with the A at the end, it's, and I quote, a phonetic spelling of the white Southern mispronunciation. Oh, look at me making fun. Let's try that again. It's a phonetic spelling of the white Southern mispronunciation of Negro. You had control of us and all that good stuff, but couldn't even pronounce the word properly. I also think of when people be like, learn the language or learn English. I'm always like, why can't you learn Spanish? Why can't you learn the language? That makes you more dumb because, you only know English. But at the end of the day, people come from other countries and they have to learn English on top of Nigerian. They have to learn English on top of Spanish. They have to learn English on top of Dutch. And that makes them 10 times smarter than yo dumbass, because you over here saying, oh, learn the language. But in actuality, you know, you should actually try to get to know that culture and learn the language of them so they can get more comfortable here. If not, all the people that keep coming from outside the United States into the United States are gonna just like have some type of hatred or have some type of like pent up, you know, disgust or anger with Americans because you guys keep saying, well, learn this and learn this. And I'm like, well, how about you learn Spanish? Anyways, I hope that made sense a little bit. I think that word, when people say it, it's like their last resource, their last like jab that they could throw at us, right? Like it's almost as if, you know, I have nothing else to say, so I'm gonna call you this derogatory mark because I know it's gonna trigger you and I know it's gonna make you react. And you gotta realize that a lot of these people want a reaction out of us. We can't give them that reaction. It's almost like I'm all here for defending myself, and thank God I haven't been in a situation like this. May God protect me. Actually, I have been in a couple situations, but it wasn't directly towards me. You know, the word wasn't said towards me. It was for somebody else or a friend of mine, which I could talk about that. But, you know, I feel like it's their last weapon, kind of. Black people, we use it, like we almost took it because, you know, comedians, Chris Rock, so on and so forth, back in the 80s, 90s, black comedians would use it as a joke. They'll be like,
sometimes I'm with my white friends and the Dr. Dre song will come on. And there's a lot of in a Dr. Dre song. And they want to enjoy it, but they can't really enjoy it around me. So they start taking out the or mumbling, and it's just a sad sight to see. It's just sad to see some white person trying to do a rendition of a Dr. Dre song. It's just depressing. And they're trying to rap along without saying like creeping down the back street on knees. I got some Glock cock, cause I don't know what the to say. Tit-tit-tat like that, and I never hesitate to put But I know when I'm not there, they lean into that shit.
Songs, like one of my favorite albums is NWA. And, you know, in one of his songs, I think he uses it 42 times. You know, straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube, from a group that with attitude, and it just keeps on going. But, you know, it's almost like we took hold of the word, you know. Like, I like to say, you know, well, I don't say it, but like I've noticed that the LGBTQ plus community, they say faggot, and it's almost like we took hold of the word. It's like, you want to call me a faggot? Fine, I'm gonna be a faggot, but I'm gonna be the best faggot you could ever think of. Or I bet you never seen a faggot do this. So it's almost like, you know, I bet you ain't never seen a nigga own a couple businesses or so on and so forth, or own a couple $1 million houses. So it's like we're taking that word, you know. If you are white, if your boyfriend is black, you are a minority yourself and you think you're trying to describe a person, you know, such as like, he's ignorant, he's rude, he is nasty, therefore he's a nigga or a nigger. You think you have the right to say that word because your kids are black and you are white yourself and you've experienced things, so it gives you the right to use the word. Let me tell you something. Let me pop your bubble, baby. You cannot use that word. You cannot think of that word. That word shouldn't even be in your vocabulary, okay? The only people that can use that word, and I feel like has the right to make money and profit out of it, is black people. I don't know what it is that like you're just being ignorant to, or you're not educating yourself at the fact of that word. Even though you see us use it in songs, you see us use it in jokes, you see us use it in this and that, does not mean it's okay for you to use it. I hate the excuse that people be like, well, it's in a rap song, so I can say it while I'm rapping it or singing it, whatever it is. No, the fuck you can't, okay? Be smart. You can listen to us, you can listen to our music, you can love our culture, you know, but be respectful and educate yourself, because you just throwing that word around not only is it disrespectful and nasty of your character, it's rude and offensive to us. It's rude and offensive to the person you're talking about. It's rude and offensive if your friends are black and they just hear you say it and like think it's okay, or they just let it slide. Don't let that shit slide. I don't care how long you've had that friend. I don't care how long you've known that family member, whatever it is. Speak up and say something. Yo, you can't use that word, bruh. I don't care if you grew up, you were raised in the ghetto with black people and all your best friends black and you're white and, you know, you feel like you're one of us. At the end of the day, you're not. That sounded kind of harsh. You are a family. We love you. You know what I mean? But you gotta understand that if the cops were to come and some shit were to go down, they're gonna look at all of your black friends. Then they're gonna look at you, and I bet you we will not get the same sentence that you're gonna get. Why? Because of my skin color, okay? Because at the end of the day, you really wanna get out the situation. You could be like, oh, I was just there, or I was a pawn, or I didn't even know what was going on, and you'll get away with it. And we could easily be like, nah, man, like, you were there, you were part of it, you told us what to do. But they're not gonna believe us, they're gonna believe you. So that's what I want you to do. But y'all, my phone ended up dying, so I just wanna leave off this short video and this discussion. I really want you guys to go in the comments, tell me how you feel, you know, let's have an open conversation about it, so on and so forth. But here's the question. Which word is more offensive in your view? This word or this word? This question was given to me from Dr. Fungafari. You like shouted out. You're shouted out in all my videos, but you know, look at that. Like, he always just gives me great questions and great topics. So I want more topics. I want people to comment down below, you know. So let me know how you guys feel. Don't be rude about it. I just want people to get like what the word. If I get interrupted one more time, I just got a phone call. But I just want people to understand what the word means and like how offensive it is, and you know, and how uneducated you look using the word, and how dumb you look. Like, just, and y'all, if this were to happen to you, my best advice is, you know, even though it's super hard, walk away. And you know, definitely record, because it shows how dumb it is, but just walk away. Don't put your hands on them. And just, I like to laugh because I think it's just hilarious. Like, you just look so stupid, so dumb, so nasty, you know? So I don't want you to go to jail. I don't want anything to happen to you, because we have to realize that if we were to fight back or hit them back, you know, how angry, even though they make us so angry, something could happen to us before we even make it to the jail, before we make it to the cell. You know, it's still, like, we'll still lose. So I just want y'all to remember that. And yeah, can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. And I'll probably elaborate a little more, you know, because I gotta go. And yeah, I love you guys. Oh, if you guys see anyone going through a rough time, make sure you tell them everything's gonna be okay. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. You can only control your breath. That's all you can do. So, bye.